Hello everyone. This audiobook contains master words with meaning, examples, synonym and antonym. Demagogue. Meaning: a demagogue is a political leader or public speaker who appeals to people's emotions, prejudices, and desires in order to gain support and power, often by making false or inflammatory statements. Examples: 1. The charismatic demagogue manipulated the crowd with emotionally charged speeches, even if they were based on half-truths. 2. The history books are filled with accounts of demagogues who used fear and misinformation to sway public opinion. Synonyms: 1. Agitator. 2. Rabble-rouser. 3. Firebrand. 4. Provocator. 5. Manipulator. Antonyms: 1. Statesman. 2. Diplomat. 3. Moderate. 4. Peacemaker. 5. Conciliator. Demean. Meaning: demean means to lower or degrade someone's status, character, or dignity through words, actions, or behavior, often causing them to feel less respected or valued. Examples: 1. His condescending remarks were meant to demean his co-workers and assert his superiority. 2. The manager's decision to assign menial tasks to the skilled employees was seen as an attempt to demean their expertise. Synonyms: 1. Belittle. 2. Humiliate. 3. Disparage. 4. Degrade. 5. Insult. Antonyms: 1. Respect. 2. Honor. 3. Value. 4. Elevate. 5. Esteem. Demeanor. Meaning: demeanor refers to a person's outward behavior, manner, or appearance, especially as it reflects their attitude, emotions, or personality. Examples: 1. Despite the stressful situation, his calm and composed demeanor impressed everyone in the room. 2. Her friendly demeanor made it easy for others to approach and talk to her. Synonyms: 1. Behavior. 2. Conduct. 3. Attitude. 4. Mannerism. 5. Presence. Antonyms: 1. Agitation. 2. Disturbance. 3. Disarray. 4. Turmoil. 5. Upheaval. Demented. Meaning: demented describes someone who is mentally disturbed, irrational, or suffering from a severe mental illness that affects their behavior and thinking. Examples: 1. The demented individual was found wandering the streets, talking to imaginary companions. 2. His demented actions caused concern among his friends and family, prompting them to seek professional help. Synonyms: 1. Insane. 2. Crazy. 3. Mad. 4. Unhinged. 5. Deranged. Antonyms: 1. Sane. 2. Rational. 3. Normal. 4. Balanced. 5. Sound. Demise. Meaning: demise refers to the death, passing away, or end of something, such as a person's life, a company, an idea, or a situation. Examples: 1. The demise of the legendary actor left a void in the entertainment industry. 2. The company's financial troubles ultimately led to its demise and closure. Synonyms: 1. Death. 2. Passing. 3. End. 4. Collapse. 5. Extinction. Antonyms: 1. Birth. 2. Inception. 3. Rise. 4. Ascendancy. 5. Prosperity. Demolition. meaning demolition refers to the act of intentionally destroying or tearing down a building, structure, or other physical object. It can also refer to the process of breaking something apart or reducing it to debris. Examples: 1. The old factory underwent demolition to make way for a new commercial complex. 2. The controlled demolition of the bridge was carried out to ensure the safety of nearby areas. Synonyms: 1. Destruction. 2. Razing. 3. Wrecking. 4. Dismantling. 5. Ruination. Antonyms: 1. Construction. 2. Erection. 3. Building. 4. Establishment. 5. Creation. Demoniac. Meaning, demoniac refers to something or someone that is possessed or influenced by a demon or evil spirit. It can also describe behavior that is extremely wicked, frenzied, or possessed by evil forces. Examples: 1. In the horror movie, the character's sudden transformation into a demoniac figure terrified the audience. 2. The villagers believed that the strange occurrences were a result of a demoniac presence in the old mansion. Synonyms: 1. Possessed. 2. Diabolical. 3. Satanic. 4. Evil. 5. Wicked. Antonyms: 1. Angelic. 2. Virtuous. 3. Good. 4. Righteous. 5. Holy. Demure. Meaning, demure means to express hesitation, reluctance, or objection to something, especially in a polite or respectful manner. It can indicate a pause or reservation in accepting or agreeing with a proposition. Examples: 1. She demurred at the idea of taking on additional responsibilities at work due to her busy schedule. 2. Despite his friend's insistence, he demurred from joining the risky adventure. Synonyms: 1. Hesitate. 2. Object. 3. Disagree. 4. Protest. 5. Decline. Antonyms: 1. Agree. 2. Accept. 3. Consent. 4. Approve. 5. Embrace. Demure. Meaning, demure describes someone, typically a woman, who is reserved, modest, and shy in their demeanor and appearance. It suggests a quiet and restrained behavior. Examples: 1. She wore a demure dress to the formal event, reflecting her understated and modest style. 2. Despite her success, she remained demure and unassuming, never seeking attention. Synonyms: 1. Modest. 2. Reserved. 3. Shy. 4. Prim. 5. Retiring. Antonyms: 1. Bold. 2. Confident. 3. Outgoing. 4. Daring. 5. Assertive. Demystify. Meaning, demystify means to clarify, explain, or make something that is complex or mysterious easier to understand and comprehend. It involves breaking down barriers and providing clear explanations. Examples: 1. The workshop aimed to demystify the process of coding by explaining it in simple terms. 2. The documentary demystified the world of quantum physics, making it accessible to a broader audience. Synonyms: 1. Clarify. 2. Explain. 3. Unravel. 4. Simplify. 5. Decipher. Antonyms: 1. Mystify. 2. Complicate. 3. Confuse. 4. Baffle. 5. Obfuscate. Denigrate. Meaning, Denigrate means to criticize or unfairly portray someone or something in a negative light, often with the intent to damage their reputation or diminish their value. Examples: 1. The tabloid's article sought to denigrate the actor's achievements by focusing on personal controversies. 2. The competitor resorted to denigrating the rival company's products in order to boost their own sales. Synonyms: 1. Defame. 2. Disparage. 3. Slander. 4. Belittle. 5. Vilify. Antonyms: 1. Praise. 2. Commend. 3. Applaud. 4. Admire. 5. Laud. Denizen. Meaning: denizen refers to an inhabitant, resident, or occupant of a particular place. It can also be used to describe someone who frequently visits or spends time in a specific location. Examples: 1. The park's denizens, including squirrels and birds, were a common sight for visitors. 2. The cafe became a popular spot for denizens of the neighborhood to gather and chat. Synonyms: 1. Inhabitant. 2. Resident. 3. Occupant. 4. Native. 5. Dweller. Antonyms: 1. Outsider. 2. Foreigner. 3. Visitor. 4. Tourist. 5. Transient. Denotation. Meaning: denotation refers to the literal or primary meaning of a word, symbol, or term. It is the explicit, objective definition of a word as found in a dictionary, devoid of any additional connotations or associations. Examples: 1. In its denotation, the word dog refers to a domesticated canine mammal. 2. The denotation of the color red is a hue situated between orange and violet on the color spectrum. Synonyms: 1. Definition. 2. Explanation. 3. Literal meaning. 4. Referring. 5. Signification. Antonyms: 1. Connotation. 2. Figurative meaning. 3. Symbolism. 4. Implication. 5. Inference. Denouement. Meaning: denouement refers to the final resolution or outcome of a story, play, or situation. It's the point in a narrative where the various plot threads and conflicts are tied up and the ultimate result becomes clear. Examples: 1. The denouement of the novel revealed the true identity of the mysterious character and resolved all the lingering questions. 2. The play's denouement showcased the characters' fates after their various trials and tribulations. Synonyms: 1. Resolution. 2. Conclusion. 3. Climax. 4. Culmination. 5. Final. Antonyms: 1. Beginning. 2. Introduction. 3. Exposition. 4. Rising action. 5. Setup. Denounce. Meaning: denounce means to publicly condemn, criticize, or express strong disapproval of someone or something, often due to moral or ethical reasons. It involves making a formal accusation against someone's actions or behavior. Examples: 1. The organization held a press conference to denounce the government's decision to cut funding for education. 2. The community leader used his platform to denounce hate speech and promote tolerance. Synonyms: 1. Condemn. 2. Criticize. 3. Accuse. 4. Rebuke. 5. Disapprove. Antonyms: 1. Praise. 2. Applaud. 3. Commend. 4. Support. 5. Endorse. Depict. Meaning, depict means to represent or portray something, often through images, words, or descriptions. It involves illustrating or describing something in a way that provides a clear and vivid representation. Examples. 1. The artist's painting skillfully depicts a serene countryside scene with vibrant colors and intricate details. 2. The novel vividly depicts the struggles of the main character as he navigates through a dystopian society. Synonyms. 1. Portray. 2. Represent. 3. Illustrate. 4. Describe. 5. Render. Antonyms. 1. Conceal. 2. Obscure. 3. Hide. 4. Suppress. 5. Bury. Deplete. Meaning, deplete means to use up or exhaust a resource, supply, or quantity of something, often resulting in a decrease or reduction in the available amount. Examples. 1. The constant logging in the area has led to the depletion of the forest's natural habitat. 2. The excessive use of water during the drought caused the reservoir to deplete rapidly. Synonyms. 1. Exhaust. 2. Drain. 3. Use up. 4. Diminish. 5. Empty. Antonyms. 1. Replenish. 2. Restore. 3. Refill. 4. Augment. 5. Increase. Deplore. Meaning, deplore means to express strong disapproval or condemnation of something, often due to feelings of sadness, regret, or moral objection. It involves expressing sorrow or disappointment about a situation or action. Examples. 1. The community leaders deplore the rising crime rate and are working together to find solutions. 2. Many people deplore the exploitation of natural resources without consideration for the environment. Synonyms. 1. Condemn. 2. Disapprove. 3. Regret. 4. Lament. 5. Bemoan. Antonyms. 1. Approve. 2. Endorse. 3. Applaud. 4. Celebrate. 5. Support. Deploy. Meaning, deploy means to strategically position or organize resources, personnel, or equipment in a planned and effective manner, often for a specific purpose or task. Examples. 1. The military decided to deploy troops to the border in response to the escalating tensions. 2. The company plans to deploy its new software update across all its branches next week. Synonyms. 1. Utilize. 2. Position. 3. Arrange. 4. Mobilize. 5. Organize. Antonyms. 1. Withdraw. 2. Disband. 3. Dismantle. 4. Store. 5. Store. Depose. Meaning, to remove from a position of power, especially through official or legal processes, to dethrone or dismiss from a position or office. Examples. 1. The citizens gathered to demand that the corrupt leader be deposed from his position as mayor. 2. The board of directors voted to depose the CEO due to mismanagement of company funds. Synonyms. 1. Dethrone. 2. Overthrow. 3. Remove. 4. Dismiss. 5. Oust. Antonyms. 1. Install. 2. Appoint. 3. Retain. 4. Maintain. 5. Uphold. Deposition. Meaning. 1. The act of depositing something, especially through a formal statement or testimony given under oath. 2. The process of sediment or material being laid down or accumulated. Examples. 1. The witness provided a deposition in court, detailing their account of the events leading up to the crime. 2. The geological survey revealed layers of deposition in the rock formations, indicating the history of environmental changes. Synonyms. 1. Testimony. 2. Statement. 3. Affidavit. 4. Affirmation. 5. Assertion. Antonyms. 1. Denial. 2. Contradiction. 3. Refutation. 4. Rejection. 5. Disavowal. Depravity. Meaning. 1. Moral corruption or wickedness, typically involving a severe deviation from accepted moral standards. 2. The state of being morally degraded or morally corrupt. Examples. 1. The novel's antagonist was characterized by his utter depravity, engaging in heinous acts without remorse. 2. The documentary shed light on the depths of human depravity during times of war. Synonyms. 1. Corruption. 2. Wickedness. 3. Immorality. 4. Vice. 5. Degeneracy. Antonyms. 1. Virtue. 2. Morality. 3. Decency. 4. Integrity. 5. Righteousness. Deprecate. Meaning. 1. To express disapproval of or to protest against something, usually in a mild or courteous manner. 2. To seek to prevent or deter through gentle objection. Examples. 1. The professor used the meeting to deprecate the use of unreliable sources in research papers. 2. The manager chose to deprecate the implementation of the new policy, citing potential negative consequences. Synonyms. 1. Disapprove. 2. Object. 3. Protest. 4. Oppose. 5. Dissuade. Antonyms. 1. Approve. 2. Support. 3. Endorse. 4. Encourage. 5. Advocate. Depreciate. Meaning. 1. To decrease in value over time, often in relation to a monetary or material asset. 2. To diminish in importance, esteem, or quality. Examples. 1. The value of the car began to depreciate rapidly as soon as it left the dealership. 2. The company's decision to cut corners on product quality caused its reputation to depreciate in the market. Synonyms. 1. Devalue. 2. Diminish. 3. Decrease. 4. Lower. 5. Degrade. Antonyms. 1. Appreciate. 2. Increase. 3. Enhance. 4. Rise. 5. Improve. Depredation. Meaning. 1. The act of plundering, looting, or taking by force, typically involving destruction and damage. 2. The act of preying upon or exploiting others, often for personal gain. Examples. 1. The village suffered from the depredations of a band of marauding invaders who pillaged homes and fields. 2. The company's unethical depredation of natural resources led to significant environmental damage. Synonyms. 1. Plunder. 2. Looting. 3. Robbery. 4. Ravage. 5. Despoilment. Antonyms. 1. Protection. 2. Preservation. 3. Conservation. 4. Guardianship. 5. Care. Deranged meaning 1. To be in a state of disordered or disturbed mental functioning, often resulting in irrational behavior. 2. To be mentally unbalanced or unstable. Examples 1. The deranged individual was found wandering the streets, muttering to themselves and exhibiting erratic behavior. 2. The novel's antagonist was portrayed as a deranged character with a twisted sense of reality. Synonyms 1. Unbalanced 2. Insane 3. Crazy 4. Disturbed 5. Unhinged antonyms 1. Sane 2. Rational 3. Stable 4. Balanced 5. Sound. Derelict meaning 1. Neglected or abandoned, often in a state of disrepair or decay. 2. A person who has abandoned their responsibilities or duties. Examples 1. The old factory stood derelict, its windows shattered and its walls covered in graffiti. 2. The derelict employee failed to complete their assigned tasks and showed no interest in their job. Synonyms 1. Abandoned 2. Neglected 3. Desolate 4. Rundown 5. Forsaken. Antonyms 1. Maintained 2. Attended 3. Responsible 4. Diligent 5. Caring. Deride. Meaning to mock, ridicule, or express contempt for someone or something in a scornful or dismissive manner. Examples 1. The audience began to deride the speaker's ideas when they found them to be unrealistic and out of touch. 2. It's not fair to deride someone for their accent. We should respect linguistic diversity. Synonyms 1. Mock 2. Ridicule 3. Scoff 4. Taunt 5. Disparage. Antonyms 1. Praise 2. Compliment 3. Applaud 4. Respect 5. Honor. Derivative. Meaning 1. Something that is derived from or based on something else, often lacking originality or creativity. 2. A financial instrument or investment that derives its value from an underlying asset. Examples 1. The movie was criticized for its derivative plot, which closely resembled other popular films in the same genre. 2. The novel was considered innovative, while the sequel felt derivative, rehashing familiar themes. Synonyms 1. Unoriginal 2. Imitative 3. Copied 4. Derived 5. Imitation. Antonyms 1. Original 2. Innovative 3. Creative 4. Novel 5. Unique. Dermatologist. Meaning a dermatologist is a medical doctor specialized in diagnosing and treating disorders related to the skin, hair, and nails. Examples 1. I have an appointment with a dermatologist next week to address my persistent skin rash. 2. The dermatologist recommended a specific skincare routine to manage the patient's acne. Synonyms 1. Skin doctor 2. Skin specialist 3. Dermatology expert 4. Skin physician 5. Skin care practitioner. Antonym. There isn't a direct antonym for dermatologist since it's a specific medical specialization. However, you could consider general medical doctors or primary care physicians as professionals who might not specialize solely in dermatology.